Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We are back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as always, that means we're live, coming to you from none other than the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles YouTube channel. If you haven't already, I'm going to hit you with it early in this video. If you have not already, get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you could, please, guys, I appreciate it. As always, hit the like button on this video. It helps boost me through the YouTube algorithm and all those great things that I say in every video, right? But today, guys, we are back again with another episode of Matt's Wrestling Collectibles Casual Conversation. And today, our casual conversation is a little, maybe not so casual, because guess what, guys? We're moving. That is right. We are going to be moving in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So, guys, I do want to let you know that there might be a small span of time here where we might not do a video as far as like a sit-down video like this. I'm going to keep giving you the shorts. I'm going to keep trying to, put up little things that I can here and there. And obviously there will be more videos after this one. But into that time frame, the last couple of weeks of July, that first week of August, might not be a whole lot of seeing me on YouTube. So for some of you, that might be great. For others, you might be a little disappointed. So for the ones that may be disappointed, don't worry, I will definitely be cranking out some content after we get in to the new house, the new place. That is something that I'm actually seriously looking forward to. I'm super excited. As somebody who collects and loves to puzzle piece things together in their collection and in their room, I certainly am looking forward to redoing this collection, resetting it up, and trying to make it maybe a little bit different than what it is right now. So, when I do move, I can tell you guys something that you might be excited for, because I know a lot of people are used to seeing what you see behind me. So coming into the new spot, depending on how things get set up, we're all going to figure that out after we get there and get everything kind of moving along. But probably, I would say most likely, I am going to try to put the Elite wall, which is in front of me, behind me, because I know you guys are probably sick and tired of looking at these AEW figures, right? It's been that way, I think, since we started these videos. I'm pretty sure AEW has always been on that wall for me, so I don't know. I'd have to maybe go back and check those first videos, but I'm pretty sure, almost positive, AEW has stayed on that wall through and through. So guys are kind of probably getting a little sick and tired of seeing that same AEW display behind me, that same setup. And as you guys may already see in this video, whether it's cut off or not, but we're already starting to work out of that corner over there, so I'm already starting to kind of bring some figures down off the wall. I'm not quite sure what we have here now. I'd probably say I'm somewhere around maybe the 350 to 400 figure range as far as a count, as far as a number. So I would say with that, it's going to be a little bit of a process to pack up this stuff and to get it moved and to, do everything without banging everything up. Of course, every time there's a move, you're always going to have something happen. It's almost impossible to get everything from here to that new spot without there being any problems. So we'll see how that goes. But guys, I'm looking forward to this. I really am. I'm looking forward to getting a new setup. And as I've already told you guys many a times, this is the apartment that we are currently residing in. So, of course, this is my, just my room for the wrestling. We do all the fights, all the, wrestling stuff, everything. The PLEs, I was getting ready to say pay-per-view. Don't want to show my age too much here, guys. I know PLE is somewhat still a new term, but yeah, God, when we go back to the pay-per-view days, that's exactly what it was. You paid for every single one of them, unless you had the WWE Network, and even at that, I don't think they were calling them PLEs only until quite recently. But again, guys, this is the room that we do it all in. I collect in this room. I do these videos in this room. We do our fights in this room. We just watched UFC 303 on Saturday night. So big shout out to Alex Pereira, because, oh my God, what a head kick that was in the second round. They said the bell saved Yuri in the first round. No, it did not. It did not save him. It set him up for an even worse night out come round two. But a big UFC fan I am, of course. And, so as I've always said, guys, we do the fights in here. We do the PLEs in here. I'm making the videos. I'm doing the collecting. All these bins that you see behind me, these bins right here, everything that goes off into that corner, that is everything that's for sale on the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles MERCARI store page. And with that being said, we have to do it because there's a little announcement here. So this Saturday is going to be WWE Money in the Bank. And what other way to celebrate the MIB than with the MWC. Of course, you already know that's MWC in the MIB because it is Match Wrestling Collectibles and it is money in the bank. We're having a sale on MERCARI and it's the same way it always goes down, guys. So if you haven't already been a part of one of my MERCARI sales, let me break it down for you. It is so simple. You're seeing this video right now. You're seeing me. All you have to do is go over to the MERCARI store page. I'm going to put that link in the description of this video. I am going to put that link in the comments of this video. You can go over to my MERCARI. All you have to do, guys, is go through the items I've got for sale. If you like the item, just click that like button, the little heart button, like that item. And then come Saturday, this Saturday, July 6th at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So that means if you're on the West Coast, it'll be 9 a.m. So just to give everybody a little breakdown there in case you didn't know where your time frames were. But so it'll be 12 noon on the East Coast. It will be 9 a.m. on the West Coast. And guys, we will be sending out all the offers on those MERCARI items. So every single item that's on my MERCARI that has a like on it, doesn't matter if it has 1 like or if it has 100 likes, the sale will be going out on all of those. So every single item will be having an offer put out on it. Now, granted, just so you guys understand, I'm going to start sending those offers out at noon on Saturday. By the time I send every last offer out, it'll probably be 3 p.m. But stay on top of it. Be staying on your MERCARI during that time. Make sure that you're focused on it. You don't want to miss a thing because some of these items are going to have a ton of money taken off of them. And other items might only have a few. So, you might save $1 or $2 on some items. You might save up to 10 or more on others. So, of course, you can't beat it, right? You got to check it out. Again, that's going to be MWC and the MIB on July 6th for Money in the Bank WWE. We're going to be there doing our thing. And, of course, we're going to be watching it live right from this room, right from where you see the MWC studio, right? That's where we're going to be. And we will be watching it live right here. So, guys, as always, like I've already said, if you haven't already, get over to the MERCARI store page and check that out. The comments, the description as well. We'll have the link in there so you can check that out. But to get past that and to get on to some more things here, guys, casual conversations, right? So what are we going to talk about today? It's going to be a quick one. It's going to be a short one on top of the moving, on top of the MERCARI sale, but just something that I've kind of wanted to discuss a little bit now that it's wrapped up and we're actually a week past the wrap-up of it last Tuesday. So we're almost at the week away, but last Tuesday was the 4th and final episode of Who Killed WCW. And I wanted to just say, guys, if you haven't already, check it out on YouTube. It's on Vice. You can purchase them on YouTube. I believe they're like $2 per episode, or I think you can buy all 4 episodes for like $6. So, if you're already going to watch them all, you might as well save a couple of dollars, right? But to kind of go a little bit more into this quickly and to kind of go through this briefly as well. So being somebody who loves wrestling as much as I do, and being somebody like the people that are watching this video, you seeing me right now, being a huge wrestling fan yourself, obviously you would not be if you weren't here watching me, right? So if to say that this WCW documentary was so short that it was actually too short, I think almost anybody that's watched this would agree. I think this 4-part series could have easily been an 8 or a 10-part series. There were some guys that didn't have much to say in the episodes. There were guys that didn't even get included in these episodes, probably contract-wise. I'm not quite sure how that would work. Obviously, we saw Booker T on there. Booker T is definitely contracted to WWE still, as far as I know. We did not see... I don't think we saw Hulk Hogan on there. I'm almost positive. I'd have to go back and double-check. I would be, very... I'd be very surprised to not remember seeing Hogan watching those, especially considering I probably watched every single episode at least 2 or 3 times now. I don't remember seeing Hogan. I definitely didn't see Flair. It was nice to see Kevin Nash. And, the biggest part of the documentary, the people that I think you wanted to hear from the most or the least, depending on how you view these people, would have been Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo. And now when you go back and you look at these guys, you look at what they're doing, and you look at how they're kind of describing everything that's going on, one of the things that got me that I was a little upset with was it seemed like we were reliving everything we've already heard. There was not much within this this documentary that I feel like we had not heard already. Maybe a few things, maybe a couple of little things. We had a few people that were in there that weren't in other documentaries. A couple of names that were in there, of course, that weren't in like the WCW Rise and Fall DVD. A couple other things that we've seen as far as like WCW and through 83 weeks with Eric Bischoff, Conrad Thompson. We've seen a lot of this already. We've heard a lot of this. We've heard a lot of it from Vince Russo himself. I think we've even seen some of this from Al Snow on his podcast. We've heard a lot about this over the years. It's been a common point of interest. It's been a common topic to talk about. So with all of that, I very much so believe in my heart that this could have been a much bigger series. I think it could have been solid 8 episodes. It could have been even 10 episodes. They would have made even more money doing it through YouTube. They probably would have made more money all the way around with it. But my issue, I guess, really with the Who Killed WCW documentary is I feel at the end of it all, we kind of still are at the same place that we were at before. It's a mixing pot of many things. You have talent that had creative control. You had Vince Russo, you had Eric Bischoff, you had, and not even just talking about creative control guys. I mean, we're talking about Hulk Hogan, somebody who had an immense and extreme amount of influence in Eric Bischoff and, what was going on in his ear. So you look at some of these guys, you look at what's going on, and you look at what is surrounding it, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it just didn't seem to sit well with me. I felt like there was a lot more that should be talked about. There's a lot more that could have been said. I feel like there are some people who, again, were key parts to it, but here's my thing, right? In all of what they recorded, how much did they take out? So if you took Eric Bischoff's total time over the course of 4 episodes that are an hour apiece, 4 hours of total time to be able to view it, how long did Eric talk for? Let's just say between the collective 4 episodes, Eric Bischoff had a total of 1 hour speaking. How many minutes or hours were cut out of what he said? Same thing with Vince Russo. Same thing with a lot of these guys. I just feel like it left us with more questions than it did answers. And maybe you guys want to sound off in the comments below. Feel free. I always love to hear the opinions. I always love to hear what you guys think was, maybe the best part of it, the worst part of it. I am extremely invested in this at this point. And of course, being that WCW has been such a key factor throughout my wrestling, passion, throughout my collection, throughout my years of collecting, it's kind of something where I feel, again, we were left with more questions than we were answers. There was a lot of guys that I wish we could have heard from that unfortunately we couldn't, whether it be licensing issues, whether it be people that have unfortunately passed away. There are a lot of people that I think could have been key figures and factors into that WCW documentary. And I don't know, guys. It's like I said, this is brief. I don't have a lot to say on this. This episode of Casual Conversation was obviously me wanting to cover the fact that we were, talking about the fact that we're going to be moving. I wanted to mention the MERCARI sale. And with this Who Killed WCW thing, it's very much something that I'm just not quite sure if I love it or if I hate it now that I've watched all these episodes. And maybe I'll even go back over these next few days and watch them again. I could even watch them all tomorrow. We could sit down and really analyze this all over again. But you know what? Maybe somebody out there will see this video and maybe somebody will point it in the right direction. If anybody out there has the ability to do this favor for me, please, without hesitation, send it their way. 83 weeks, Eric Bischoff, Conrad Thompson. Send it over to the man himself, Vinny Russo. You already know, right? The man, the myth, the legend. How many times did he say bro in that documentary? I don't know. Had to have been at least 500, right? But, I would love nothing more than to get a short interview or a short back and forth with these guys, because my biggest questions are, what are we missing? What has been left out? What stories are still to be told? Who knows? But I will tell you one thing. A story that is to be told is none other than the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles story. And of course, you can get that right here on YouTube. We've already done it a couple of times. We might even do it again somewhere down the road and do a whole nother video on that, as I feel every time I tell the story, I just feel like I never tell it the way I want to tell it. But I always try to put that video out there for you guys. So the story of Matt's Wrestling Collectibles obviously lives on. Like I said, guys, we've got a couple of more videos coming your way. We are going to be doing a bunch of shorts throughout these next few weeks. We're also going to be doing a casual conversation very soon on scammers, online scammers, these scammers that are in these wrestling figure groups, these scammers that are just trying to always somehow get you for an item, whether it be, you know, autographs, figures, it could be anything wrestling related, but these scammers are out here, and guys, you got to look out for them. Please believe that I stay on top of it as much as I possibly can on the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles Facebook page. But that will be a topic of conversation very, very soon. We're also going to be doing probably some full episodes of figure hunts. And who knows what else might be coming with that, as well as all the time we spend in these stores looking around for stuff, all these online purchases. And that's another thing. Before this week is over, you can guarantee it, we're going to be doing a new episode of new figure pickups. And of course, we got some good stuff for you in there. Some hot items, some new stuff that we've definitely been trying to add to the collection. And I'll even give you a little hint. The bloodline continues to grow right here at Matt's Wrestling Collectibles. But guys, I appreciate everything. Like I said, this was just a brief conversation, a brief casual conversation, just to keep you up to date with what's going on with myself, the channel, and everything else. Sound off in those comments below as far as what you'd like to see in the future, and also sound off on what you guys think of the Who Killed WCW documentary. I would love to know. So, guys, for myself, for me, for Matty Matt, for Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here at the only place it always can be. You know, that's YouTube, and that is me, MWC. We're about to be in the MIB. Look out. Check out that sale. It's going to be coming this weekend, so make sure you get over to MERCARI and like those items. And like I said, guys, if you can, get over to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the like button on this video. And until the next one, I will see you guys all there. Stay tuned, stay safe,